Well, hello there. This is Skip McCoy with Riversoft, and I'm here to talk about a brand new Riversoft feature we're pretty excited about. It's called the Outcome Ranked Interventions Browser, or the Orib. For a few years now, Riversoft customers have been using Pathways to document patient care plan interventions. Riversoft has been wrestling with the idea of providing database guidance in the selection of interventions. The two main problems that needed to be solved were how to find patients with matching clinical situations, and how to provide a ranking system to indicate the effectiveness of an intervention. While creating the initial PDGM features, we were able to answer both questions and build a preliminary feature. This feature, available from the Patient Pathway Editor, displays the interventions applied to a like set of patients, ranking each intervention by improvement in ADL scores. So when you click this button on the Patient Pathway Intervention Editor, this is the feature that shows up, the new Orib feature. The current patient's sex, age, smoking, and obesity status, as well as their clinical group, functional group, and comorbidity status is shown at the top of the screen. The clinical group represents their primary diagnosis, and it's coded into one of 12 clinical groups that is used as the PDGM HIPS position 2, and it has a value of A through L. The functional group, A is low, B is medium, and C is high, is related to the answers to MU 1033 and MU 1800 through MU 1860 on the Start of Care OASIS. The comorbidity indicator is 1 for no comorbidity, 2 for low, and 3 for high. It considers all the patient's secondary diagnosis codes to determine the level of comorbidity. So to use the Orib, you can see that the patient's episode will need to be diagnosis coded. The next group of fields shows how matching patients will be found and defaults to the current patient settings. To see interventions for a broader pool of patients, simply change the selection fields to broaden the scope. For example, you can change the age field from 2 years max difference to 5 years max difference. By default, only interventions related to the patients that had ADL outcomes in the top 10% are listed, because we want to show you the best of the best. And here's the ADL outcomes. They're scored top to bottom. Highest at top, lowest at the bottom. Each row represents an intervention that was used on a patient matching the 7 clinical profile elements, and these are those 7 elements, ranked by the patient's ADL outcome and the patient's disposition, or where they went when they were discharged. The Orib is designed to be used in concert with Riversoft's diagnosis coding service. Once a note is marked as requesting diagnosis and OASIS coding from our team adds the analysis to the note and enters the diagnosis codes. Once diagnosis codes are entered, the Orib can be effectively used because the clinical group and the comorbidity is known. These two pieces of information are key to finding the patients with the high degree of clinical likeness and their best performing interventions. The clinical reviewer can use the Orib to recommend additional interventions, or can ask the author of the note to use the Orib to add additional interventions. Using interventions proven to produce superior outcomes will certainly improve the effectiveness of care planning. Currently, only the overall ADL outcome is used to rank interventions. This outcome is the sum of the differences in the MU 1800 through 1860 answers at the start of care and at discharge. CMS has deemed these highly important to the care of home health care patients. We will be adding other outcomes to the Orib. We have begun work with researchers at colleges of medicine and nursing in Florida and plan to make a standardized set of outcome-ranked interventions available to our customers later this year. This will allow smaller or new agencies with little or no outcome history to access outcome information compiled from other agencies. Riversoft and our research partners will continually improve and update the Orib data and provide those updates to our customers. Okay, Shelley Wolf, our Vice President of Clinical Operations, has been patiently waiting while I rambled on about this new feature. Shelley, what do you think clinicians are going to think about this new feature?
I feel that this is going to be very beneficial to our customers because the outcome ranked intervention browser actually allows you to select positive performance-based interventions and goals that are proven to provide better outcomes for your agency based on your own data as an agency. This allows you to improve your patient care and track outcomes from your real data in our software system. Also, another benefit I find with this new feature is this is a very helpful tool that you could implement into your quality improvement and quality assurance programs, because you can track which interventions are truly working for your agency and which could be enhanced to improve your outcomes overall.